Former George W. Bush strategist Karl Rove, for some reason, is back out in the news, and he's got an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. And in that op-ed, he warns the Republican Party that if you nominate Donald Trump in 2024, which, yeah, it's a little late for Rove to be saying, like, hey, don't do that. Like, it's already a guarantee, dude. It's going to happen. But anyway, he says, if you nominate Donald Trump in 2024, it's going to be the biggest dumpster fire in the history of dumpster fires. Now listen, I don't disagree with him about that. The problem is Karl Rove is Karl Rove. And even though he made sense for a brief moment, which already tells you how crazy the world of politics has gotten, that Karl Rove makes sense even for a moment, but he takes plenty of shots and says plenty of blatant lies about the rest of the country that have to be addressed. So let me read you this from Karl Rove's op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. As Democrats savor their victories in Tuesday's Ohio abortion referendum, Kentucky's governor race, and Virginia and New Jersey legislative contests, they might be tempted to ignore the implications of a November 3rd New York Times Siena College poll that shows Donald Trump beating Joe Biden in 5 of 6 2024 battleground states. Mr. Trump lost all 6 in 2020. Apparently, voters like what they see as the GOP's values on the economy, defense, immigration, crime, and the national debt. Democratic messaging mavens can try casting a fresh Republican as a January 6th insurrectionist, an election-denying fabulist, a demagogic white supremacist, but voters wouldn't be responding so positively in polls if they thought Republican was synonymous with all the nonsense. Karl. Hi, bud. Let's have a chat for a minute, can we? Your statement here, you're like, oh, Democrats are acting all uppity because they actually won. Well, I have a piece of paper here that says the Democrats weren't supposed to win. So what do you think about that, Dems? I think, and I'm going to tell you this, Karl, this is something you should have learned when you were a baby. Actions speak louder than words. Imagine that. The polls that we have seen in recent months are actually not being reflected in literally any of the election results that we have seen in the last year and a half, Karl. So y'all can cling to your polls, the polls that Karl says, oh, Republicans are more trusted on issues. No, you're not. You're actually not even trusted on the issues in the polls. There's a couple, sure, you are, more so than the Democrats, but most of them, no, you're actually not. And by the way, the polls don't matter if the election results actually show the complete opposite, which is what we're seeing happening. So, Karl, what this tells us is that the polling, the way it's conducted these days, is no longer reliable. And that makes sense when you think about it, right? A lot of polling is still conducted via landline. Karl, you're old enough. You probably still have a landline. My parents have a landline. My grandmother still has a landline. I don't know anybody my age that still does. I'm 40. Pretty much everybody younger than me, like, what's the point? We have phones that we keep in our pockets every second of every day. We don't need a landline. But most polling is still conducted via landline. If it's conducted via cell phone, I also got to tell you, people my age and younger, probably even a little older than me and younger, we don't answer the phone if we don't recognize the number. Like if a name doesn't pop up and we're not waiting on a call from, somebody whose name we don't have stored, we're not going to answer. We don't do that. Older folks, they 100% do. Every time. They really do. It's kind of funny. I love y'all. My parents do it. I've been in that trap before too, by the way. But yeah, polling is off because the methods of polling have not evolved with the times. Once those evolve, we're going to see more reliable polling. But until then, Karl, you can rant and rave and talk about, oh, the polls are great for Republicans all you want. But when you look out there in the real world, when you get outside your little DC Republican bubble, you're going to see that those poll results don't mean a thing because the electoral results are telling us the complete opposite. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.